one president we are Ryan Parade jet. When the Joseph Parker acquired the power, is Ryan Parade jet for here to go to the Father. But I will speak because people in certain years saw me our passing the road to my comfort. Spend my own money to bring him to power because we thought the wrong yesterday was going to be right today. I had no regret to vote against one person. But the people that are brought to power will regret why I have to vote for them again. This country is a better place and will be a better place. Yes, sir. But there's money in the country that we can live for. We don't need money from outside. So, but we don't want to empower people here. We say that our lawmakers, we have become lawbreakers. We have become criminals. We put all the money in the budget for ourselves and leave them out. I want to challenge some of your lawmakers. Some people say they want this senator. They're breaking all the law. The law you mean you're breaking the law, but you want to go up. You know how people want to go up? You want to increase the time. They say they're too short. You cannot be a cancer, then you want to run road. You cannot be a lawmaker that then you strike the law that we made ourselves. Then you say you want this senator, and then you waste your time. Nobody here can be for the government economy. But when we kill people, it's not happening and it will never happen. The only thing they are there for, when last people on their government keep and say, sacrifice people, don't know what more than giving 1% and one go in court. But they say that over there in point their family protocol in need work. And the person that need work and the person sacrifice person they want there. We implore our family because some people are happy. Because it is the time to be happy. It is no party time when the country is not better. It is every party time when the country is better. And we give this as a challenge to all of you people. 2029, we may be on the ballot for the presidency. Where we will come here and say, Brother Sakoles, you people will have to appoint the commissioner for Sakoles. Brother Sakoles, they are educated people. It's not about education. It's about how well you govern the people. They are people that got degrees, they know nothing. The only person with English people that they can't achieve nothing from. Our marketeers will come to power. In every country, at least 2 million employees of marketeers, printing runners, and younger boys to empower themselves. The money is there, but everything is wrong with carrying the benefit of because we are close.
Tell Joseph Parker to forget about Yaka Koluba.
What is Baladino Yaka Koluba?
He tell Yaka Koluba. Tell Yaka Koluba crossing you. You are not letting that you talk. You forsake yourself while Yaka Koluba crossing you. Yaka Koluba crossing Korea. You want to know what laughing like Yaka Koluba. So to tell now, and you tell who they say about Yaka Koluba for there. They don't get a lot for Yaka Koluba there. You know when I want to do around there, you move all the way to go just to take a vote over Yaka Koluba.
You last year you go for Yaka.
Yes.
Samu Bene.
Because Yaka Koluba are the one that is talking to you know us. So you are telling to this Yaka Koluba because a budget.
When Yaka can be calling to the president, it's not a good thing.
Honestly, this is a power, this is a joke. Yes. They're happy. Saying that you, my brother, are not happy to you. When you are not going to betray Yaka Koluba or betray the great people and lie to them, Yaka Koluba are not going to be crossing. You understand? You have to get them out of there for Yaka Koluba. You can't work for Yaka Koluba there. You say that on the line.
You go for Yaka?
Yes, yes, yes. They're not just hospital Yaka Koluba for them. We don't want to go to Yaka Koluba for them. We don't want you. They see that they do for them for Yaka Koluba. They don't for them for Yaka Koluba. Anything people are power, people are young. Then they say, Yaka, the way you not to tell the country, they corrupt. You say you're going to talk corruption for the country. Now you're calling them more corrupt for me. People are barely every day.
You said the president probably is the most corrupt.
No, I said it, I'm coming down. So I will shut you. You will shut me, then forget about Yaka Koluba. After Yaka Koluba, you're not talking to you. Then you forget about Yaka Koluba. Now I want to look at my day, they will send you down Yaka Koluba. Then you forget about Yaka Koluba. Anything I do for me, I do for the other person. Then you leave Yaka Koliba, who they know, they will know you. Our sister will go, created the day Yaka Koliba for them. Now you know. Maybe I'm not doing Yaka Koliba in our house.
Okay. All right, coming to anything you want to say final before we leave you? Thank you so much.
In our history, where a man who can why you did it. You know what So, we agree. Bring him out. When brother send a bill, they will not put part of the put him out. I called you rescue. Do you think I really believe that at 80 years old, we'll be able to rescue this country? You know what? You are a sales representative. You are selling your job is to embellish. It's a 13 piece of bony rock. Did you think I knew, or did you think I mistook you for a rescue? An old man who belongs to the dustbin of our history with a kid who cannot even operate a laptop computer. No. We made a compromise. We compromised. And we believe we in all life. And as we saw you and counted you about and projected you as though you could rescue this country. You rescue the country when you could rescue your finances. 12 years as vice president, we have to be begging for money all over the place, raising money to sustain you. What contracts did you establish as vice president? What? They sold today. When they were coming, they said they were liberator. When they were coming, they said they were liberator. Led by people who have bought into this life, which we are sucking the life out of now. We're sucking the life out of you. Not the wind out of the sail. The wind we put in yourself. How dare you call us in when you were in political nobody and we resurrected and you show us ingratitude. Where are you? Calling our judge. We did. Fundamental. Issues about this we disagree with us. We are issues that we're concerned about. We're not here to be so that you turn it over. Jeremiah King, Prince Johnson. Jeremiah was a Liberian citizen. If he wishes to run for president, it is his right to run for president. But to hide behind he and his warlord, his murdering, fanatical, deranged, unstable, warlord godfather. We're not going to give the country to a warlord. Everybody used Johnson in this country. Ellie used him to counter power. Joshua used him to. But neither Ellie nor we have brought Prince Johnson this close as you, Joe Walker. He said, Henry, and you are seen from the man. He said, Henry, do you think you can get to donate $2,000 to the G Foundation? He's trying to make it look
Oh, yes, indeed. What a good day. What a wonderful way it feels to be here. Behind these microphones to engage on the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. Good morning, Liberia. good morning, just wherever you are this morning on our voice across the length and breadth of the Republic of Liberia. Somebody said our country is no longer 37,000 square miles. I thought they were kidding about that. But yes, no matter what the kids, there'll be a small dent somewhere. It's just going to enter in small, very small, and come out. But President Barker, of course, and the rescue team have said they're going to sort it out. They're going to work around it. We are looking at them, and of course, they have to. It is their responsibility and the duty to do that. But this is another beautiful Wednesday morning from the nation's capital in Monrovia, and you are listening to Freedom FM 87.9, the People's Radio. This is the Freedom Money Rise Liberia most informative breakfast platform where we discuss the issues without fear nor favor. We speak truth to power. Oh yeah. In relations to the Guinea border, Liberia-Guinea border land dispute or confusion, the government of Liberia has once more addressed the public, providing what they will consider clarification, reassurance, and of course with some storm warning. So we're going to look at that and see what is contained within it. But one good thing I enjoy about what happened on yesterday at MICAT, and that was a classic indication that, look, of course, in all of this thing we are doing, this mayor, who is the information minister, looks very playful and serious. So whenever there's serious thing that we have to do, got to bring responsible people to come and communicate that. It was a slap in, how you call him? Jeremy Pierre's face. I told you I said Jeremy Pierre and not serious, man. It ain't good for people when you're in group. When you're in group and then people know you to just be that kind of unserious, you feel like you're working, but some people look at you and say, when they want to do real serious things, they say, no, you know what, Attorney General, you still got to go tell they won't, because the magnitude of this conversation, if that PR man walking just be talking like that, nobody taking you serious in the country, if you thought the poor not taking serious. We thought you was a PR and not serious. Even the government said I respect PR. Is it that conversation too serious for you to allow PR and other rule picking? My own friend Daniel Sam, is above their pay grade. So you needed the Attorney General, and of course, member of the Ministry of Defense, to go there themselves to communicate it, and then you come with some degree of seriousness and all that. That was good. That was okay. What kind of people they so? Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is the fact. Whenever you get serious thing, you want to communicate. And Mr. President, whenever you have really serious matter that you want to communicate, don't use PR. Nobody taking PR seriously. PR, even in your own ministry, the people respect him. PR ain't get one. Don't matter. I think you see when PR talk. I read that you finish talking again. Ain't read that. So you see the other one. Your turn. In fact, when PR talk the next day, people can just start dealing with blah 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 blah. So when you have that kind of person, that is not a serious communicator on behalf of the government. Confidence, trust in public communication is very important. The man who's talking, the people have to get some degree of trust, respect for the man. But if that voice loses its credibility, then there's a problem. So it was a smart thing, based on the severity of the matter. You use, because look at the last one the man made, talking about you go volunteer. It just signal how unserious the guy is. He's a very unserious man. But anyway, we will look more into some of what was said. I think the government assured that it is in control, but is it really in control? What does that mean? And the government warned against public discussions. And of course, the circulation of AI-generated content for those of you on the social media. Creating all kinds of things. And I see some men doing comedy. The country is a serious issue. But anyway, don't mind the people. You see, it said the leaders can set the example. Did you see the video of the deputy speaker and some lawmakers somewhere on the highway dancing and playing phone? You saw that, right? So when you see the content creator then to go in and doing content facing AI thing and putting it up because the leaders made it to look like a joking thing. You see, this is y'all gotta understand exactly. So the first group of people y'all gotta arrest for making fun all of what going on that Thomas Fala and those lawmakers. What are we hearing about Yeke Kolubas? As we read from some media sources on yesterday, that a group of lawmakers are considering removing or suspending Yeke Koluba. But what do you think? What are they wanting to suspend or remove Yeke Koluba from the legislature? Okay, and of course, lastly, we go to the Liberia Airport Authority. The other day we had some conversations about the airport authority, and since we've been taking our time to go deep in and try to understand and unpack some of what is actually happening, as much as there will be concerns, but there is this very despicable attitude by some elements within the Boakai administration, whose most times most of their desire is not for deliverables. And I would like to say this to put the government on alert that some of those guys are doing the click thing, and then they feel like they have a syndicate and only certain people can work in the government, and if they don't approve you, they will blackmail you, they will do all sort of things, and they will defame you, and then they will use their media network to start to spew all kinds of things. You remember what happened with Noka, with the lady at Noka? Up to now, the guys who did that thing to the lady at Noka, they're regretting. So it seems like similar thing is happening at the airport authority, where they will put blanket allegations over your head and then confuse the air, right? They will confuse the air, and then when an action gets taken, then they'll hurry, rush the president to replace why you are pursuing, because the president normally suspend you and and subject you to investigation. So in that process, the cartel succeed. So and the bull, there's some members of the bull, members of the LCAA are all trapped into that. So we we're going deeper and deeper. So we're helping the country, we're helping the government. And somebody say, oh, this, that's it. But look, man, we let call spade a spade, and that's exactly what it is. This is our country. So if we don't play our part, to make it work, and then if it fails, it's going to fail with all of us. But if it works, it's going to work for all of us in our children, and that's what we're interested in. Oh yeah, you can do your politics and what have you. So what is happening with the LFA election? And I'm going to talk to our sport reporter, Thomas Kojok Rulak, to bring us up to speed with what is actually transpiring, what is the status. I know there's been this legal rigmarole, and then there was a statement attributed to FIFA and all of those. So, yes, the shipping size of the conversation for you right here on Freedom 87.9. My name is Abu. We're going to take a break with Crime Stopper Liberia. When we come back, we go straight into business right here on the big station, Freedom 87.9, right? The People's Radio. Good morning to our keke riders, our taxi drivers, our Oma and Pape them in the market, the teachers, of course. So Charles Robert and Emmanuel Robertson. Emmanuel Robertson too, not zero. That Charles Robert can get under your skin, and then you be, I always, yeah. my people. Now that we are see bar law in the country. Let me take this break. Crime Stopper will be right back.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you will report it. Don't take law in your hand for the real authority. That it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Okay, Crime Stopper Liberia is the official sponsor of the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. Fellow Liberians, you know, we have a lot of us are sport lovers. And I mean, generally, Liberians are lovers of the game of football, particularly, right, and other sports. But me in football, we're all in no matter what, right? So we're very concerned about matters that has got to do just right here next month, right, is the expected LFA Congress in Maryland, Harper. So we have Thomas Kuduk Rolak is our sport reporter, Freedom FM. Thomas, good morning, welcome.
Thank you, Abu, and thank you, and thanks to the many people who are following the Freedom Money Round this morning.
Yeah, there's been a lot of issue around the LFA election, and of course the football house of late in the lead to its Congress in Maryland. Kind of bring us up to speed as to where we are and what are some of the development. Yesterday we saw some members of the electoral committee, so to speak, but candidates and all that, right, at the court, yeah. Tell us what's up. Where are we?
Well, election was scheduled previously for 18 April in Harper City, Maryland County.
Okay.
Delegates were preparing to go to Harper to either elect new presidents and new executive committee members, or to continue with Mr. President Mustafa Rashid for a large term as president of the FA. Mm-hmm. But one of the candidates said, agreed. Mr. Kasia Kuo from FC Fasel went to the court to interpret if he's qualified to contest, if the statutes in the LFA is in line with the Constitution of Liberia, and then he also went to the lower court.
You mean the statute of the LFA, whether it's in line with the Constitution of Liberia?
Yes, whether it is in line with the Constitution of Liberia, because there is a portion in the statute of the LFA, Article 58.1 says, when it says those who were once found guilty
Mm-hmm.
cannot contest. You must be 25 years. You must be around football for at least 2 years plus. And then if you was once found guilty, you can contest.
Found guilty by who? By who and for what?
They say crime, and when you are once found guilty of crime.
That means any crime, whether that football-related crime or other crimes?
They just specify any crime because once found guilty, they didn't say football, they didn't say anything. But they say once found guilty, you cannot contest their election. So the aggrieved party, Mr. Kuba, went to the court about this because he said his lawyer told him that this is against your rights. The Liberian Constitution, Article 21, they say when you serve your term as a convict, you serve a term, you become an ex-convict. When you come back, all your rights are restored. You become a new man. You are born again. Let you commit a sin. You go to the church. You ask God for forgiveness. The pastor pray over you. The pastor expect you to be a new man, born again, clean of sin, and you are reintegrated back to the society. So it was what he went to the court for. The Supreme Court listened to the argument. He's represented by Councillor Arthur Johnson, Jimmy Bobo, young lawyer, and Anthony Law, Joseph Yalo Howard, and a few others. They were at the Supreme Court with the argument. They argued upon that. And the LFP represented by Benedict Yasia, the Solicitor General of Liberia, and one Augustine Fire, with Mr. Fire, and others representing the Football Association. They went through their argument, and the Supreme Court reserved ruling. They might come out this week or next week, but they reserved ruling. But yesterday, they were at the lower court. There's a case at the lower court. They put in an injunction on the election with I think declarative judgment. Is that a separate case? Yes, there are two cases.
Okay.
At the court.
Okay.
So they on March 10, who went to the lower court for an injunction to be placed on the election. That was agreed, granted an injunction was placed on the election. On 13 March, the Football Association filed a bond, and the temporary and restraining order was lifted. No injunction. So they went back to say, no, you can't do this. The period the LFA gave us to register, the period is coming to an end. And if everybody register, I would stay in court. We will suffer the full weight. We will not be able to protest. We will not get nothing to challenge.
Okay. So it was a strategy designed to keep him busy in the court while the registration period elapsed.
Well, one may say that. So
probably that's how he saw it, and then he went to the lower court.
Yeah, sure. So they went to the court last Friday. They did argument. They went back yesterday. They argued in the morning. The judge reserved the ruling for 3:30 in the afternoon. And after listening to the argument of the both parties, the LFA and Cassam lawyers, held by Arthur Johnson and Joseph Yalo Howard and others, 3:30 the court ruled that there should be a permanent injunction on the LFA election to all matters can be reserved. Let me say can be settled. This is the issue why they took the matter to the lower court is about the guidelines.
Okay.
Who is arguing that the guideline is not also in line with the constitutional Liberia, and the guideline there were placed there. He believed his election that he was placed there to stop him from contesting. So after listening to the argument, the lawyer in his mind and wisdom.
Wait a minute. That means that guideline is it a new guideline or it has been in the statute of the LFA way before now?
So the guideline was placed in the statute in 20. You know the provision that says when you are found guilty, an ex-conviction contest was placed there 2018. Were placed at 2018. 2018 is a coup was in Chino in the US.
Correct. So the argument that it was meant to target him will not hold water, can it?
Well, That is the argument coming from his lawyers. That is the argument.
So meaning you're in jail, and then the Congress here knew that he was going to come to contest, and then they put a law there.
Well, maybe probably not certainly, but we can tell. But the guidelines say, the LFA guidelines says, when you have a documented history of fraud, you cannot contest.
So, but does school have a documented history of fraud?
Well, you know that Kuba was convicted. He went to jail for 87 months for committing wire fraud in the U.S., defrauding people account. He was told to restitute, I think, 9.5 million, which of course he can say at any time he can beat the chest to say, I did this, I have come, I'm a changed man again.
So the letter, spirit, and intent of the law applies to Kuba, because the law says if you are found of misconduct or what have you, right? Did the law say once you've served your term, then you're free? Did the statute of the LFA says that clearly?
This is the contentious part of it, because the LFA law is not saying when you serve your term. The LFA law says once Abu Sheri was found guilty when you were 5 years old, was elected sitting donor, Abu Sheri cannot contest that election. The law did not say when Abu Man be Abu that free man, so Abu can come back. No, the LFA statute is saying once you are found before, you can contest. And the lawyers representing Kuba saying no, this is against the right of our client, because
no, but Thomas, where Kuba wants to be president, not for LFA.
He wants to be president for the LFA.
Yeah, but LFA law says something that he's in clear violation of. Then what you want to change the law? You in the presidency yet? No, I'm just trying to play devil advocate to understand.
No, for Abu, the Constitution of Liberia supersedes all laws.
So Kuba wants to be president of Liberia.
Article 2 of the Liberia Constitution says no law, decree, statutes, or whatever should be more than the law of the country. Anything that comes in contrary will be trash. That was whoever, according to Article 2 of the Liberia.
Okay, that why the Supreme Court will interpret that. I don't know whether, but there's something about moral standing also. As much as you've served your sentence and all that, but anybody making the argument of moral standing, if you have been convicted of a crime and then according to you serve your sentence, but do you have the moral standing to run an integrity organization?
I have not listened to that part from it. I have not listened to that part from lawyers representing the LFA. That is a very key point you are stressing, that I think they should be racing for. Nobody is racing that about moral. People only talking about the law says when you go to jail, when you are an ex-convict, or when you are a convict before, you can contest. Nobody talking about the moral. Nobody talking about the implication it will have on the country or not. Everybody just saying when you go to jail before, you can contest. And then also what Kuba and his team challenging is the guideline. Before you become president of the LFA, you must be a Liberian. So the new guideline took that part from there. It didn't put there and say you should be a Liberian. They put them challenging that their opponent, the incumbent. What is surprising is they are challenging the incumbent that he's not a Liberian. Who say it should be placed there?
But how can that hold water when the man has served 2 terms already? So it nullifies that, because precedent was, if the man is not a Liberian but he became president, so he can continue. That's a precedent already. You made him president, so resting on that, he can still continue.
The lawyers can interpret that.
Yeah, no, but I want to comment in that. I want to comment in precedent. Liberian laws are granted in stereo decisis. The precedent are laws. Practices that have happened normally and can continue, and the judge can look at that as a basis to grant the man the permission to contest. So I'm not sure if that's a strong ground, but generally the electoral atmosphere, I mean, how do you see, what does they mean this Rickman rule back and forth? What does it mean for the base, the delegates, and all that?
Well, many of whom I spoke with yesterday expressed disappointment that the election will not go on. Some are saying that there should be a level playing field for the two candidates. The two of them have invested into football. They are passionate about football. They are saying that they would love to see the two of them on the ballot to face off as men. Some are also saying the equivalent was in talks on Monday. We have, I think, 50 candidates, we have 50 delegates who are going to vote. 50 or more who are going to vote.
But I saw 30 of them signing resolution, right?
So that's the argument.
So that means the men have won the election already, right?
So that's the argument of some of the guys that say if 30 stakeholders can endorse the equivalent, it means you get a number to win the election. Let's go to the process. Come with go and use a challenger. Let's go to what we have. They are arguing that how will our candidate get 30 stakeholders backing in and want to go home white ballot? Go to the process. That's the argument for some of them.
So, as a journalist around everything, what do you think? What do you think the fear of the incumbent will be?
He doesn't want it. Well, to be realistic, from what I've observed so far, people who I've spoken with, maybe I think the incumbent wants to have a white ballot election. Yeah, from all indications, from what we have seen, listening to, maybe the incumbent doesn't want a challenger.
Okay.
But maybe the incumbent is looking at if my opponent on the ballot is going to be a tough thing for me because maybe my opponent should come with me, or we look at a track record. He won the election. He won the election year before. They become vice president of the election. We know how he won. Or maybe my opponent has the financial power than me in terms of getting voters over, in terms of getting my own people could be snatched under my nose. Maybe it is some of the fear of the incumbent.
Okay, thank you very much, my dear brother, for taking our time.
Thank you, Abu.
Okay, Thomas Kojo-Rolak, of course, is an award-winning sport journalist in Liberia, and of course, the reporter for Freedom FM, just bringing us up to speed. That is that. That one are football politics. Okay. Okay, so this is it. This is really right there, folks, fellow Liberians, football lovers. Let me take 5 calls, right? 0776 104 104 086 500 104 are the numbers to call. Let's hear you. What do you think about the LFA situation, right? Mustafa Raji, Kaseko, you listen to the journalists updating us. Good morning.
In Liberia, the need remain constant and also it has come out once more again. Look, in Liberia, only leadership of the same man for everything just moving ugly up, hair and scatter. Every aspect, football now has become political. They are just playing politics out everything, but we're not holding responsible because they're ignorant to everything they are doing. These guys that in power these days, they are very incompetent and literally they don't even want to serve them of community.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning. Remember, he got a special issue with Joseph Walker. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu.
Good morning. Okay. You say Raji gave who 5,000? Kasia gave who? You get evidence on that?
Yes.
How you know he gave people 5,000 to vote for him, but they didn't even go for the election yet. He's not even a candidate yet. They're still challenging whether he could be qualified to be candidate. So he'll just be. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, that's the review. Let's see. Good morning.
Yes, good morning,
Good morning. The court has placed an injunction on the football election. Hello, go ahead.
Yeah, and Jerusalem according from Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
So according to the journalist, there's a rule that the FA had that once you had a criminal record, you cannot run for such an office.
Yeah.
So even if
But he also quoted the Constitution. The Constitution says that once a person has served the sentence or the penalty for the crime, they are a new person. Their rights are restored.
Yeah, but then according to the journalist, he said the LFA law says that on the other side.
Yeah, but the Liberian Constitution is superior.
Yeah, okay, so that's why it will be challenged. It should be challenged in the court. So,
but what do you think? Do you think he has a case? He has a case. Do you think?
Come again?
Do you think Kasea has a case? And you know.
I don't know whether you have a case until the court can look into that.
Okay.
Yeah, but when the judge said that the court had protected or any resolution, I don't think the court doesn't want a competitor or someone to compete against him. But what is the right thing to be done? Okay,
the right thing to be done. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. What do you think?
Right, I'm Bill Carter. I follow the sporting activities in Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
But the worst about it is that we have to be very careful. Everything that has to do with sport, there is a court of arbitration in the sporting arena that is supposed to be taken to.
Okay.
Not to the Liberian constitution or the Liberian courts. I am aware that FIFA have written the sporting arena and the government.
But why if a Liberian feels that his or her fundamental and constitutional rights are being trampled upon? Can they?
Let them take it to the arbitration, the court of arbitration, and not because it is sport. It is strictly banned from political issues of the country. So, in fact, FIFA has already written our country.
Okay. So you think in the context of sport, the Supreme Court has no jurisdiction?
No court has jurisdiction of the country except the court of arbitration of the FIFA.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let me take 4 more calls. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Jerry.
Morning.
My name is Emmett Hajar, and I tweet training from Benson and Central Intersection this morning.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Just within 30 seconds, let me just say this quickly when it comes to our football activities in Liberia. Now, President Mustafa Raji and that of contestant Kasea Kuba, I want you guys, if they are listening to the show this morning, I want them to be very careful and take this into consideration. Mind you, if the football African have or guidelines that say
Kasea Kuba is an aspiring. He's only aspiring yet.
Yeah, he's an aspirant. That's what I'm saying. Now, the football court have a guideline that says the football in West Africa and the world alike. Say if you have issues in your federation, if you should be taken to the football, not to carry to Supreme Court or to carry to the court of your country that guy your country constitution for the republic. Now, all of these things are ongoing. That is taking key note of him, and Kaseko is aware of this. That if
So you what are you trying to say? You're trying to say the move by Kaseko is not sporting?
It's not sporting at all. It's not sporting at all. In Liberia, FIFA have ability to ban upon a country in such attitude. They are aware of it.
So if FIFA does that, who do you hold responsible? Will it be Raji or Kasea?
I will hold Kaseko responsible for this.
No, but Kasea is not the one running football in Liberia now.
I think in my right mind, Raji have been so calm in this thing to take a very respected manner.
How has Raji been calm if Raji is acting to deny another citizen the right to contest?
He's not denying the right.
But the rival party feels like he is manipulating the system to disallow this man because the man is a strong force.
Bro, Abu, let me just say this to you, bro. Thank you. I'm one of the strong supporter of Kaseko. Because if right man, I think our complaint to be channeled to the football body, to the football court. Let this continue with their own ruling instead of to the Supreme Court. After all this thing, our election being hold on to, it will be against us in the football law. And for me, I don't want that to be banned.
Okay.
I don't want.
All right, thank you very much. Well said. 3 more, right? 0776 104 104 086 500 104. Maybe we could suffer some penalties. Probably he's right, and and all that. But let's see. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Good morning.
Yeah, Segredo, calling from the borough.
Go ahead, Chief.
You see, when we look at the football issue, Kaseko won't serve as my president for operation. The new football that they made the tinted record, and they kept it within themselves because he was supporting them. So they encouraged him, and then he served as my president for operation.
No, when he served as vice president for operation, he wasn't having that issue then, no? Right? Did he?
No, they knew.
Yeah, but then he served. By that time, he has not been found guilty and stuff.
Yeah, I know that he was being found guilty, but they knew that something will happen in the future. They did it, so sometimes they also play low on him and forget about him to serve the do that. He get a tinted record.
Okay, so you are arguing that if they allow him to become vice president for operation, they should allow him to be president too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning. You're the second to the last caller. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Jerry.
Mm-hmm. From what kind of Caterpillar community? Okay, Dakuitan. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know the issue of Liberia every president. So, in Liberia, we get better law. Laws in law. And most of the time, I say people are law, but if you have estima, when you go to your punishment, your sentence, you have to go every president in Liberia. So I know why the other men coming for to play the law.
But and Brennan Samuka went to the same thing. The president now being head of the Yellow Machine Committee. So Brennan Samuka are convicted too, and Gloria Mususka are convicted, and then President Baka take off from jail and get a big government job. So then why can't the Kaseko una ya want Sonny the man? Okay, so that means Abaka spoiled the law. Okay, thank you very much. The final call on this segment. Good morning.
Abu, let me directly speak on the issue of the football.
Mama, you finish. You had your time. You are the first call. You decided to talk about Baka when you know we got plenty of other issues. Good morning.
Yeah, I just want to make sure for conversation. Yeah, in Liberia, if crime was committed by the men, not done in Liberia.
Okay.
A lot of people are riot, commit crime, still maintain position. Nobody committed. This thing, criticize one or two. The same thing happened during your work. You know, one of the big president, one of the every president, for a lot of people got on the for president today. When the people go up there and also for the money to get the country authority and take it from there, it's not necessary at all. Once you start getting overrun, it's not fun.
So okay, your part of the argument is once the man didn't commit a crime in Liberia, the man free. That means in Liberia we won't get no record on the man. Okay, Foster, thank you very much. So the debate and the argument is going to go, but the court has already taken its decision, and of course, the electoral election-related matters are put on hold pending the Supreme Court's ruling into the matter. So we're going to keep following from this point. Now we're going to keep following and updating you and all of that, and you know, so you know, Liberian football is something that. And the administration and everything, but let's just hold it there. So, folks, let's move to our issues right here. But quickly, let me bring you up to speed. The Liberian Senate on yesterday, took some action, some decision. Right, the Liberian Senate endorsed on yesterday the Joint Public Accounts Committee of the Legislature, comprising the Public and Expenditure Committee of the House of Representatives and the Public Accounts Committee and Audit Committee of the Liberian Senate on 12 audit reports. That means these audits in the category were reviewed, and then the findings were endorsed by the Joint Public Accounts Committee, because when audits are conducted, they send it to the legislature look at it, review it, they endorse it, and then they send their recommendation to the President's office for action, right? So that means 12 audit reports. This is a good news, for fight against corruption, accountability, and all that. But we still demand transparency, because, elections are coming, right? We have to be careful as well as judging by how people take, and make law in this country and take actions in the country. Because elections are coming, somebody want to run somewhere, so they find something, they put somebody there, they say, okay, they put ban. So they kind of make the situation easy for themselves. So let's be careful with that as well. But this is what the Senate Joint Public Accounts Committee has recommended. The Horses Joint Public Account Committee that got the recommendation that got endorsed by the Senate on yesterday. The recommendation of these reports have been forwarded to the President for action. The compliance audit of the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, LWSC, for the period ended June 30, 2021, right? There are many. The financial statement audit of the Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea, that's the CLSG-RE project for the period June 30, 2021 to December 2022. The management letter on the National Bureau of Concession, NBC, for the period 2016 to 2019. Regulatory river sand mining activities in Liberia for the period July 1, 2016 to June 30, 2021. National Disaster Management Agency for the period, right? The compliance audit of the Liberia Opportunity Industrialization Center, LOAC, for the fiscal year ended June 30, 2019 to July 31, 2021. These are the different ones, right? But here are the recommendations made by the legislature. So the Joint Public Accounts Committee, right, has recommended the following to the President in keeping with acting on these 12 endorsed qualified audit reports covering the different periods and different audit reports. 1, implement audit findings fully, right? That's the first recommendation, that the findings of the audit report should be implemented fully. So the Internal Audit Agency must ensure all issues identified by the General Auditing Commission are properly addressed, especially weaknesses in internal control. So the IAA must ensure under these recommendations that this is done by also providing regular progress report. The Internal Audit Agency should continuously update both the Auditor General and the Legislative Committee on how recommendations are being implemented. So as they go along, they must be furnishing the legislature and the Auditor General's office. That's the responsibility of the IAA, right, in this process, so that we keep track and know that these things are happening. deposit recover funds properly. That means funds that will be recovered from these audit stuff must be recovered and deposited properly. Any money recovered must be paid into the government of Liberia recovery account at the Central Bank of Liberia through the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning with proof of payment submitted. So then you don't go and say, oh, recover the money. You show the proof that the money has been paid and deposited in the recovery account. Refer corruption cases for prosecution. So as you go through, right, the legislature have told the president that the president must refer all the corruption cases in keeping with the 12 audit reports, right? Should refer all these corruption cases for prosecution. That means the executive must prosecute all, right? All financial misconduct cases with legal implications should be sent to the Ministry of Justice and the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission for investigation and possible prosecution. So the president shouldn't just take the audit report and put it down, right? Because friends and all everything, even when UP person there, CDC person there, Ellen person there, Baka person there, once the audit cover and mention, right, you should prosecute the ones that that get some matters of misconduct, collect them, send them to the Ministry of Justice, collect them, send them to the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, investigate and prosecute them where applicable. Ban offenders from public office. This is the most interesting part. So the legislature has recommended, the lawmakers are politicians now, so they won't make the electoral processes easier for themselves. So they say ban offenders because they are privy to these audit and they select the ones they want to deal with, right? So among themselves, they sit down and say, okay, say ban offenders. And this is going to be the most tricky part of it all. Individuals found guilty of serious financial misconduct. So when you send the people to the Ministry of Justice or the LACC, individual found guilty of misconduct in keeping with these 12 other reports that recommendations have been made on, right, should be barred from holding public office for a specified period. Fellow librarian, do you agree? Should that be the way? Is it a trap for would-be contenders? Are they trying to make the water muddy for potential competition in the 2029 election? What would be their objective, right? We'll wait to see. Dismiss current violators. This other portion is also tricky, right? People who eagerly design things to entrap current officials, current people in government, particularly in the executive that are serving, that could want to post some competition in their respective district or county and say, okay, so what do? Dismiss them. So whatever they're getting money from to prepare and they do small project in my district or in my county, dismiss them, right? So public officials currently in office who are found in serious violation of the law should be removed following due process. So the legislature is saying, if you find anybody that goes there won't contest in Grand Bassa, blah, blah, so Yombly office and the Minister of Commerce are going back and forth. So if there's an audit done, if for any reason Dagose is implicated in any, the parents should dismiss her so Dagose has no source of income again to continue to post the kind of competition to the current pro tem and all of that in Grand Bassa. I mean, I'm just using that as a case study. Anyway, strengthening accountability enforcement. All government institutions must comply strictly with audit recommendation to improve financial management and prevent misuse of public funds. That is the update for you. And another report from the GAC also has it that the GAC in April is preparing to release 26 new audits report. 26 new audit reports as of I think second or third week in April. So we wait to see another bombshell will be dropping on the country, and let's see the period they're going to cover and of course and all of that, right? So let's see what the president office will do in these matters is very, very important. What the president office will do in this matter will be very, very important. And yes, indeed, I think it's going to be noisy. It's going to be noisy, but it's going to be good. We have to fix this country. We have to fix this country void of whatever. We have to fix this country. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to get something, right? Trying to get something quickly, but okay. Let me go to what happened yesterday at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism. What happened yesterday to the Ministry of Information? So you had the Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia, right, Councillor Natu Oswald Toure. Councillor Oswald Toure. So basically, just to round up, the government of Liberia has reaffirmed to the country that it is in full control. It is in full control of ongoing situations along the Liberia-Guinea border. It's important. The country needs these assurances, assuring citizens that all necessary steps are being taken to protect national sovereignty and maintain peace. So the government of Liberia says you can be assured whether you're in Solomba, you're in Foya, you're in just wherever you are, you can be assured that the government headed by His Excellency Joseph Newman Boakai and of course and his beautiful wife Katumu Yata Boakai, they are in charge, because Katumu says she's meticulously behind the scene reviewing the details. Yeah. So and under our laws, they both treated as a unit. Yeah. So the president and his wife treated as one. Now the first lady, in the order of precedence, the first lady can come before the vice president. The order of precedence, when they're sitting in the to areas, you know, when you're at a program and you're recognizing, you gotta recognize the first lady, and you know. But not many people know these things. Delivering an official statement at the Ministry of Information on Capitol Hill, Justice Minister and Attorney General Oswald Toure said the government remains actively engaged in addressing heightened concerns, particularly in Solomba Foya district. So officially, the government did not mention anything in Kwaduboni, right? For those of you that are talking about Kwaduboni, and that's what I said, we have to be very careful of what we see people posting, what we see people trying to do, and all of that. And according to the minister, Liberia's joint security apparatus is closely monitoring developments and has already reinforced its presence along the border to ensure the safety of citizens and prevent escalation. So for those of you that have been calling for the government to deploy more people, send more soldier people there, do this, blah, blah, put people there, the government is also saying that she has already heightened deployment and have ensured that the presence of law enforcement people along those corridors have been increased, reinforced to ensure presence along the border for safety, right? For safety of citizens and to also prevent the escalation. So the government say they're in charge, they're in control. The government of Liberia is in full charge of the situation and will continue to address it with the highest degree of maturity and wisdom necessary to protect our sovereignty and territorial integrity, Councillor Toure emphasized. So the government is saying, fellow Liberians, the government say they are going to treat this thing with maturity, right? So they are treating this thing with maturity and what, right? The highest degree of maturity and wisdom. So they're using maturity and wisdom. And so every other thing you're hearing, so you should go down, sleep. So even for those of you in Solomba that don't have sleeping place, your rest point, you should shut up. The government is treating it with maturity and wisdom. Yeah? It is the maturity and wisdom that's making it that you can't sleep in your own homes anymore. You can go back on your farm. And, you know, the animals, the pests are eating up your crops, right? And your rights, or you caught keeping it in a place there, right? Everything, the book about eating your rights, the government says that maturity and wisdom. You gotta listen to the government. The government disclosed that diplomatic engagement remains central to its strategy. The government says diplomatic engagement remains central to its strategy. So you can stop making the noise and all that. They don't care. Guinea won't sit down banga. That's their business. But as far as they're concerned, they will continue to diplomatically engage. Right? So that's what the government is saying. A high-level delegation was dispatched to Conakry to engage. Is that another, right? The government disclosed that diplomatic engagement remains central to its strategy. Earlier this month, okay, so that passed. A high-level delegation was dispatched to Conakry to engage Guinea authorities in dialogue aimed at resolving the dispute and preventing further incidents. That was at the beginning of March. These efforts culminated in a significant regional meeting involving President Joseph Boakai, Julius Malabio, and Mamadi Doumbouya, right? The leaders held discussions in Conakry and signed a joint communique reaffirming their commitment to peaceful coexistence, territorial integrity, and regional cooperation. So the government goes back to MICAD to restate the very thing they've been saying that have now appeared sufficient to you as a solution. The government say that is their solution. All the other thing you're talking, no. The government comes back with the same thing again. And agreeing with me in all of what I've said, that the government has started no new diplomatic conversation. The government has exhausted all of its diplomatic conversations around this. And as per the communique that was born out of these diplomatic engagements, that constitute the final position and the final decision of the three countries on matters related to the border confusion or dispute. All the other ones that you're hearing, that you're doing, are all commentaries, are all panic, are all something. But look, diplomatic results can come, but the citizens, right, can still be dissatisfied with the outcome. So basically, we're reacting to the outcome. And most of you are still believing that something is happening that will bring different results. And if I get information on that, I will tell you. Most of you still think that something, and it is the very government agents that are putting you under the impression that something else happening. How do you make that? How do you say that? It's just like the Accra, when people went for the Accra Peace Accord. They finished everything, then they signed the CPA, right? But then another party still telling people and say, oh, we still having the accord. The signing of the CPA concluded the diplomatic or mediatory dialogue around the matter. That document constitutes the different concern of all of the parties and, of course, the solutions and recommendations for progress. So that is the same thing with the Conakry communique in this border dispute. How we should tell you the thing now? We don't want to school for the thing. We're telling you the thing. Then you're still hurting your head because other people telling you something else, right? When the government shall have opened another round of discussions around it, that is a different thing. But as far as we're concerned, the document and the position that Conakry, Freetown, and Monrovia are having as the final last communique on this matter is the Conakry March 16 meeting and the eventual joint communique that was signed by the three heads of state. Minister Otoya noted that the presence of President Bio alongside President Boakai underscored regional solidarity and a collective commitment to sustain peace within the Mano River Basin. You see, the man wasn't communicating to you about any kind of escorting happening. He went back to the same thing that I've been telling you. So when I come here, I tell you, I say, oh, but any diplomacy you're talking about, but it finished. The result from a diplomatic engagement already here now. Already, basically, all we needed from the government is to just tell us, to just give her a hint of what is contained within the position, right? And all that. And be blunt to tell us that the outcome of the meeting is what it is now, right? That few meters from the bank of the river into Solomba, affecting XYZ towns, right, will now be occupied by Guinean soldiers, probably to ensure and guarantee for them full protection of the Makona River, or a reclaim of that territory that geographically belongs to them. Then when you do that, then the government hasn't done that. So is that continuing? But the day before yesterday, I read to you an official position of Guinean authorities explaining, right, the meeting and, of course, the positions of the leaders at the March 16 dialogue in Conakry. What has now happened basically for us is our government telling us exactly what happened. The president went, met the three of them. What were their issues? When they say, Mr. President, President Doumbouya, in respect to this, your soldier has been invading our territories, and we believe, in keeping with Article 33 of the United Nations Charter, right? These matters of confusions and all are supposed to be resolved politically instead of militarily, and we're seeing military involvement, blah, blah, blah. So this is our position. Liberia's position is, in order to resolve this, all of your army people must withdraw across the river. Did our president communicate that? Was that the position of our government, right? And if that was the position of our government, one would expect, based on what we're seeing, then Guinea did not accept that position. So what made our government or the president to compromise on that position? Because it's a tit for tat. It's a win-win thing, right? Give and take. So if you made a proposition and then the other person come, or you made a proposal and the other person come counter, then you won't see what better alternative is there within. What made you choose not for the Guinean to go beyond or across to their side, but you accepted for them to come on the side, and you pull back our flag and our immigration officers to the checkpoint area. The government needed to speak to us about that which the government has not done. Meanwhile, the government has urged citizens, right? So, fellow Liberians, I let to take my time to talk about this thing so that everybody will understand. So the government tried to create a scene as if to say the media is responsible, the media is not doing anything, the media is doing its duty, right? If anybody has been very reckless and irresponsible in handling this matter, is the government of Liberia. The government of Liberia has elected to be very dishonest and, of course, unclean. They have refused to be responsible, right? And then they're trying to sway to make it, all of you have sentiment against the media. And so they say, the media. No. We're very professional. They're very professional, educated, smart, and intelligent people within the Liberian media. I bet you, right? So now, the government, they present no new thing. The government told no new thing yesterday. It's the same old thing the government comes back to reaffirm, to tell you that all the noise in making, we finish solving a thing. And then they rekindle or replay the scenarios. Say earlier in March, as a result of that, what did the government do? The government sent a high-level delegation to Conakry. And normally that's how it works, right? Let me just drift a little bit to the situation with Iran, Israel, and the U.S. On yesterday, indirect talk began, right? But for that indirect talk to happen, both parties will have to send proxy representative to a place for them to meet. In the case of the Iranian and the U.S., it had to happen in Oman, right? Right? So they went to Oman on yesterday. The foreign minister of Iran, a representative of the U.S., and of course Israel, they were there. They held preliminary diplomatic conversations around issues. That meeting was to understand the concerns of each of the parties around the subject matter. Now, when those people finish, then they will go back to their respective capital. They will present those positions, right? And then the authorities in their capital now will form an opinion around whatever report they brought for the next round of conversation. Then we come back to Liberia and Guinea. So, beginning March, the government of Liberia sent the delegation to Guinea, Conakry. And I believe the Sierra Leone too sent theirs, and the Guinean people were there. So they held initial conversation around, and they had all the conversation. They took their notes. So when our people came back and reported, they reported all what they said there and what the Guineans said, what was the issue, and the resolution they made. Right? That was the resolution that culminated into the tripartite. Then it has to be elevated to the three leaders. So they agree in that first time, and three leaders to sit down and iron out and sign on those things, because those representatives in that first meeting do not have the authority, right, to take and finalize those decisions. That's how it works. So then the principles converge in Conakry. And when they converge in Conakry, they met, the dialogue further, right? They crossed the T's and dotted the I's, and then what they had to do, they finally signed the communique affirming the positions of their both and respective nations. So then they will come back. Upon the signing of that communique, right, the decisions and agreement within that document takes immediate effect, because that is what the leaders have seen as the best means of resolving the dispute. And you understand? So it is also very humanly possible that that outcome will not be pleasing to, either side of the population. And that can be born out of communication, right? Communication. Diplomacy today is unlike diplomacy in time past. Diplomacy is more people-centric, right? It's a public diplomacy where you have to talk to the people. They got to share meaning and all that. It can be at the top. They got to bring it down. That is where our people did not do well. Apparently, they themselves were not convinced. They felt the outcome from the meeting was too hard for the population to accept immediately. So they needed to buy time. Basically, what was happening was to buy time, right? And fix it in, and then quietly and something. It did not work the way the government thought that what has brought all these things you're seeing right now. Meanwhile, the government of Liberia has urged citizens, especially those residing in border communities, to remain calm, exercise restraint, and uphold long-standing ties of peaceful coexistence with neighboring Guinea. You understand? So this comment is still in support of previous statement. Say, stop getting vexed. Stop putting up an attitude of resentment against your neighbors in Guinea. No, you'll be friendly, you'll cooperate, you'll work together. Relax, keep calm, leave everything with us. We got it under control. This is a decision. So instead of being angry, getting vexed, put it our land, blah blah, won't fight back. No, the government is saying no, you'll be friendly, be kind, be cooperating with your neighbors. So you'll start your trading, you'll do all your things in common. The government, the respected government, have already taken the position, and this is the position final. Authority also issued a stern warning, believing that distortions. The government believed that in having people to accept these positions, there are a lot of messages that distorting the government's authority or command, or having things to go their will. So authority also issued a stern warning against inflammatory statements they consider inflammatory. They believe that the elements within the beta weight that are making inflammatory statements, and I believe that yes, indeed, some statements have been very inflammatory and of course baseless, right? Like what the rebel guys have been issuing, and I think the government should go a step further to take action. But now I would expect that there's some degree of police invitation or the Ministry of Justice citation for the likes of Botneke and the other generals that spoke in Gompa, in Nimba. Those other generals that were speaking in Nimba County, they should be invited. In what authority, right? In what authority are they speaking? We have a government in place. Your days are over. You rebels, you are the most shameful part of our country history. Are you the rebels and killers? Liberians are not known to be human eaters. No cannibals are here, right? You show that to the world. You show weakness, raw weakness. So we are not proud of you, right? Who told you any Liberian is proud of killer or proud? Yes, was it yesterday, right? There was a group of women, civil society, and ordinary people that were marching around the president's house for war crime code. You think up to now, just imagine over 20 years since the cessation of hostility in Liberia, we still won't prosecute you. You know all that thing. We still won't prosecute you. Want you to be in jail. We are angry that you are among us and disrupting and creating something. Whenever we're having peaceful democratic election, you'll go organize yourself, you'll be issuing all kind of threat and be threatening and making all afraid. Oh, me a general, we're general doing this time, all reminding even our young children, reminding them. We want you among us. So yes, I support the government. Those inflammatory statements, because imagine, right, rebel, non-state actors issuing ultimatum to another country. Do you know what you're creating a scene? Why you want to put our country into a situation that our government is not even aware of and did not approve? There's no record to that. But my problem is for the government and the state apparatus to sit down and allow these things also to happen. Put it under control. You see, when you're supposed to put things under control, you don't put it under control, right? And then when it's power, then that's when you start to play victim. And this is the weakness of the government that I don't like, right? Put the nonsense under control. That's what you have to do, right? You don't always wait for political opponents before you want to go and show muscles. Arrest the man, Botneke. Since when? What authority do you have to be issuing statement on behalf of the country? You won't go for a war in Guinea? Eh? You won't go for a war in Guinea? That get on your leg, pick up what the NSA people gave you, right? You drive when you read Ganta. If you still don't care to pick up, tell our labor play for on it because we want anything to resemble the state. Then you go there, go on your own, go do your own setting. Let the Pope grab you and you do anything. You say you can fire, you can go and arrest Mamadi Doumbouya, go arrest him on your own. But don't you speaking on behalf of the state? Is that the position of the government? Is that the position of the state? That is not. Those comments are reckless, baseless, inflammatory, and must be prosecuted. That's what the government should do. You must not wait for the man to be an opposition voice before you take action. No, absolutely not. You see? So there are many ways to fix this thing. And most of those that have spoken inflammatorily about this are fanatics of the government, and you have to accept it, right? So even they themselves do not understand the position. If you're a fanatic in support of a government, you have to be supporting the position of the government, right? You have to be supporting the action of the government, the action the government taking. But the government can be going this direction, then you go in this direction. You are inciting people. You are creating a scene. You are creating panic when the government is trying to calm things down. Then you want for me to come do your job. Right? Yes, I have the money, right? Because I've always said from the beginning of this thing, I've always told everybody, I said, look, you need to calm down. Yeah? You listen to the government and see what happens. For us, we are critics. We know how to tailor our criticism. We know it. We went to school where we are trained. We know it. And the government can do a jing thing about that. We do not even apologize, or try to be whatever. No. So go and arrest Botneke and all the other UP generals that have been making reckless utterances, and even some of your government officials. Right? Check the social media handles of some of your government officials. They are completely disconnected. The thing you already know that what you can won't put your money. You go the one you go to school for, you even know you go. Then the one you go to school for, you won't put your money now. These are the problems in the country. Everybody want to talk everything. So authorities also issue a stern warning, like I said, particularly on social media, right? This blog. But guess what? And I like the platform you were using. Daniel Sano and Jeremy Pia are the ones sponsoring these bloggers. Do you know how many meetings you've held with them? You establish these people and put them out there. It's the very government that bought cell phone and gave it to these children. JMB son, go and look at a podcast about these things. Who gave them? Who? You are the one who created. So fix it. Right? Daniel Sano called the children every day and get a scratch card and stuff. And then they train to anything. You design no crash program to train them, guard them, bring some professional people in and tell them, oh, this is what you can do at this time, this is what you can do. And then the children do just there. Oh, the government will like, oh, the people not do the one, oh, the other one come in. So your elements that you buy phone for, you get a scratch card every day, they on social media, they want undermining your own message. they want, right? And your very same poor government media people that you been deploying, they don't want going, and they don't want went there and say the thing is beyond Solomon now. They made the whole thing wild. That would tell it. And your own friend in the media went there. They say the matter is beyond Solomon. Who extended the matter to create even a bigger emergency and concern for the country, right? You saw there, right? No, we did not, right? And like your own same people, right? All of them. In fact, when it began, right? Some of them are good friends. So when some Moses Gazi, just go back from the beginning and see the comments you were making. So they all started catching themselves now. So folks, Councilor Toya, you know you my papa, I respect you a lot, right? But you're their own man, so you start arresting them. Oh, okay, you're waiting for. I'm too ethically guided. Anytime you see the government say, "Oh, they're coming for me," or they coming arrest me, that means they're picking force. You will never hold me on the issue. You will never. I can deal with anybody anyhow in the time. You will not hold me. Unless when you decide not to P4, Google it now when you can. Then whoa, no. They say, yeah, you're going to be P4 now. You're going to P4. Right? So that your own man, they went, and when they doing their commentary, they say, yeah, you can help you the next hour. Everybody on your work. Their commentaries even entice the rebel guys to start making statements that, oh, okay, send the government. You know what they basically try to do? They paint a picture that the government has no capacity to deal with the matter. So the rebel guys say, okay, when they will issue 2-week ultimatum. Can you imagine? Then the other rebel men say, okay, we will go connect, we will arrest that ball. So it's giving the government some difficulties. I mean, this is the fact about it. It's giving the government some hard time because the government is working in its own very limited and, of course, unimpressive way, right? As Guinea continue to PP, and disrespect the authority of our country and coming in. But again, this is it, right? This is it. In addition, citizens were advised to be wary of fake AI-generated images circulating online, which officials say are contributing to confusion and unnecessary alarm. While reaffirming its commitment to freedom of speech and the press, the government made clear that it will take lawful action against individuals whose actions threaten national peace and security. The statement concluded with a call for patriotism and unity and blah, 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 blah. So, fellow, this is it. This is exactly where we are. Say you go urinate, then leopard come attack Michael crocodile come over there trying to. So the government media thing they want to create. They say they want something that is seen on ethical picking, giving their own communication difficulty because the government won't communicate like this, but the beginning won't talk on the other side. The beginning, right? The beginning commentary, yeah, when you listen to somebody in the situation. But look, the government all-round management of this thing has been below the belt, has been reckless, way below the belt. And of course, this is absolutely a shame and a disgrace. The government this is a nosedive, right? You see that to Guinea, you came back to the country, you didn't say it. Up to now, you're talking, you're not even saying that. And I keep telling you, sometimes some of our people, a lot of us are not pleased with the outcome. And that is the displeasure is born out of the fact that we're in Monrovia here, but we see it and know that finally, right, portion of the land in the Solomba area there has been ceded to Guinea. The river is going to Guinea. Okay, most likely one would think, right, the Guineans do not trust that the Liberian government, having access on the side they were previously will provide relevant security for the river. That illicit mining will not go on. So they say, okay, we're coming across, we'll be there. So we ourselves will take custodian, we ourselves will mine the place, and we're okay. And the manager misbehaving. So I know that AI generated picture again. The manager now start using our butchers already. They're cooking, they're doing organ, they're using right? So let me take call. This is a government position. And of course, amidst that, we're hearing that let's tie in with the Yeke Koluba thing. We'll come back. We'll talk our airport authority matters, and then we call it a day, right? Okay, so let's do that quickly. Let's blend it in quickly with the Yeke Koluba thing, with these developments that we're hearing, right? So media reports have it that the Liberian House of Representatives may or are considering reconvening because they're on break, right? Reconvening for a special sitting this week, right? This week, with discussions expected to focus on a possible expulsion against Montserrat County District Number 10 Representative Yeke Koluba, right? The move follows claim that he made remarks suggesting the disputed land in Lofa County belongs to Guinea. According to them, that comment raised national security concerns. Did Yeke actually say the land belonged to Guinea? I am not sure. Based on what we heard Yeke say, I'm going to play it, and then you be the judge, and I'll open the phone line. I don't know. I know it's within the purview of the house, right? The house, they can meet, they can take removal action, but also you can't just remove the man because the man, you disagree with the man politically, right? But to do that, you have to find a real ground, right? But let's see. Okay.
Where do you going, Lofa? Right? So airport people come to locality, then Joseph Boga company. Joseph Boga said they're not paying, government making no new land, right? Yeah. So Guinea keep the collect the land. Oh. Are you supporting Guinea? Are you supporting Guinea? Are you supporting Guinea? Anything that is legal. Joseph Boga said God is not making new land. So Guinea feel within themselves and the land for them.
You hear what the man said? The main premise is comment on what the president said, that very infamous remark he made when journalists asked him about the 72nd military takeover of the areas there. He said, Joseph Boga said, God is not making new land, right? So predicated upon that, Guinean feel or Guinean feels that the land belongs to them. So they've come to take their land, right? But he did not categorically say that the land belonged to Guinea. I'm not sure he's cloth with the authority or the knowledge to know that and see it definitively. But it's important that we put things the right way. He didn't say that. But I know politicians, the motive is ulterior. They have ulterior motive. They want to remove him. They want to silence critical voices. And their own people, their own demons they made are the ones that they are going after now, right? They began with who? They began with Perfect Key. Perfect Key is locking in 6 months jail right now, right? By his own people. They put him in jail, right? The erratic, lunatical, deranged, and of course, screwhead, rude guy is behind bar. And then they went for Mark Jabate, right? Imagine, Mark Jabate, the guy used to be very loud and profane in his campaign for the Unity Party and Mr. Boakai. And then he came to the government, they found way, but then Isakila Numale is arguing that this man was of no value to the ministry and the position he served. So he managed to persuade the man, or whatever way they did, and they fooled the man and put someone a title on the man. So I don't know, Mike, you said to that whole art. So the document, you don't take it to read it to know whether they play what they put your name it not exists or it exists. The art is a public document affecting your organization. Everybody's supposed to have a copy of it. So it's a two-way thing. They play you and you play yourself, because nobody is responsible at your level that you not take instruments and relevant instruments to read them and understand, right? So you get no. What are you supposed to go to school to learn, right? You reach a certain level, you don't do that one. Nobody can. Something I can't, absolutely. I beg, I can't, right? You should have done that for yourself. You didn't do it, and then Sakila fool you. Imagine Sakila that drinks profusely like that can manage to fool you, and then but y'all fix yourself anyway, right? If to say all of you mean well to the country well-being, then we can start to make an argument. No, but absolutely nothing like that. So then now it's Yeke, right? Whether they're going to succeed or not, right? But it's an attack on critical voices. And what the government is not understanding do, if you continue to pursue this Yeke thing, you're going to make hero out of Yeke, right? Just watch this. You're going to make some degree of hero out of Yeke. You're going to make Yeke being seen, and it's going to create an indirect means to expand Yeke beyond Liberia, right? Beyond Liberia, because I mean, I'm telling you this, just watch out. But let's take course on this, the government's position on the thing, right? What do you think? How do you view it? 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 are the numbers to call. And let's hear you right here on Freedom 87.9. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning. Go ahead.
You know the funny thing about the issue, brother?
Mm-hmm.
I pray for God, let me make them go to the act. You know why you backfire here?
Mm-hmm.
There's no law that says if you remove the man, that still make cannot contest him that is free again. There's no law that will show you again. So if you remove the man will still go back and register and contest again, and you win. So what become your impeachment? It becomes invalid. You see?
But does the reason for the impeachment, does it make sense to you?
It makes no sense. But look at they are arrogant. They don't respect law, so they'll do it. Pay for me. But they will not succeed because they're going to still go back and win the game. But I still hope that you will protect this our country in Liberia. Then you say, most you talk about it. I will talk about it 24 hours.
So the government is also indicating that people should stop talking about the Guinea border issue.
Abu, something like joke. The more serious. So if I say, the Guinea is for our border, not true. One guy last one in one press conference 2 days ago, 1 week ago, you told that they made a very retreat. The following day, okay, FM said that for in the morning, I listened to him and shout. The government are loud. The president of the country loud to anything like that. They say we will respect him. But that is loud. We get some. And I pleaded for our people going to the Crystal. You don't even know what you want in life. He passing all around saying why you preach again. Do you know the president of impeachment of the lawmaker? You don't know. I just laugh at it every day. But they said that they sit there again and 60 years. They will feel shocked when the result is coming. And when brother is thinking that he will talk about that result, then he gets to go to 60.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's my car. We are in trouble. We can predict the government in a way. Because the last time when the propagate the for 6 months, we were saying that Yaka will be the next and the guy will be going after. And that's why I don't know how they intend doing it. Because the man was very careful. Okay, if you listen to another question that came to him, he said, I can't support anything that is illegal. Okay, he said it. I recall it after he said, the president said, go on, we can do this, be the Guineans see that
Yeah, because at some point the journalists try pushing in more, stuffing him with it. You support Guinea, but he always dodges.
You say I don't support anything that is illegal. It is there. Okay? So, but you can't do that. Everybody has only opinion on the issue because of the government inability to address the issue. How many statements do they put up? How many? The president came, nothing. Nothing.
But even the statements they put out, the statements don't address the core issues. They don't absolutely. They scapegoat the real issues.
Yeah, they're not. The intent for that statement is to acquire critical voice, not to speak up to the issue, to come up with law.
But do you think the government will succeed inquiring people on this matter?
No, man, no. Because what is happening is that it is clear that the Guineans are into our territory.
Yeah, but the government says you shouldn't talk about it. The government says you shouldn't talk about it. You should leave it and be friend and be okay.
No, but we have to talk because don't look at the selecting in Lopa that we are receiving interview from there. They are disappointed. They are speaking out. They are telling the government they have to take shit for the money.
But the government is saying that they shouldn't talk. They should leave it. They shouldn't talk.
But they will talk. We will talk. How do you do that? You will close down all the radio station in the country, and if you succeed doing that, will you shut down all the internet in the country, Iran? Will you do that? Because if you close down all the radio station, meaning you are going to shut down all of the internet in the country, I can say they have a podcast and talk about the issue.
No. Basically, the government will not shut everything down, but they will arrest people they will consider, in violations of their order.
Oh, yeah, they'll be validating the argument that they are supporting what is happening in Lopa stuff. So, because of their action, they are already necessitated that this problem. That is what they are trying to cover out. That action is just intended to cover all the
So that means as a citizen, you are not satisfied with the government's solution in the matter.
No. You are talking about peace. You are talking about diplomacy. And what we see the Guineans doing, they are not doing it. Because if you and myself are discussing who owns freedom essence, and I see the other person breaking the doors down. Then you still say you're talking peace. And we're talking peace. We should stay away from freedom. I should stay away from freedom until we resolve the matter.
Okay.
But I'm seeing you, breaking down all of the door, but I'm still waiting that we're discussing peace. We are engaging diplomatic means. Then what are we talking about? The government is not taking serious of the matter. The government is only something for the Liberian people.
Okay.
So they should come out and tell us what's the issue.
The government is hiding from the Liberian people. Let's hear you. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
This is the common board chairman. I am CEO Willie. I join you from Kuba. Once again, thank you for your dedication to your nation. Here's the thing. I heard that people trying to impinge somebody from constitutional eye. So I'm thinking about in my mind. What is most people when a president goes to another country, he considers to give our name, came back, never give us information. But then what we saw was our own flag being hosted by our immigration men. We saw them taking some steps back in the war in Liberia, all of those actions, and that they explained the lawmaker who are talking about impeaching their colleagues. Why not they invite the president and say, Mr. President, you want to change? What was the meeting our head there? Can you brief us? Why are we seeing you moving our immigration in Liberia borders? Instead of going to the original border, they are conceding territory to the Guineans. Why haven't they asked Mr. President to give explanation on the meeting in Guinea? Or again, you're talking about spreading false information. We in the government who's spreading false information. I believe we can remember this government told us that the exchange movement of Guineans who will still around the border, it was meant for withdrawal. They didn't know why. They said they were the Guinean came to take their troop. But then the troop that came to withdraw, the troop were more than the troop that were already on ground. So if the government and this traveling with false food, this is forming of citizens.
what do you think? You think the government is trying to silence critical voices?
That's just what it's doing. I think there's an eye that is trying now to even amend the
Will they succeed in this matter? Will they succeed with the severity of it? You think the government will succeed in trying to close everybody's mouth?
You can even stay 10 years imprisonment.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Because territorial matters, sovereignty is being encroached upon. The government said we should sit down and let it be. Good morning, Eugene. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning, Abu. Let me say good morning to your listeners. Abu, thanks so much for the presentation. Relative to the government publication, the statement being issued by the government, I think Abu, I think it's an empty statement. What we expected to see in a statement, the government decide continue to mislead us, or maybe I would say they actually hiding something for us, for the citizen, because you issue the first statement informing us that the Guinean government or the army of the Guinean government, have decided to go back. The next day we saw a reinforcement from the Guinean government, deploying more military or armed men across the Liberian border. Yeah, then the president said that was part of the withdrawal, the gradual withdrawal. And you issued another statement yesterday. You saying nothing to us. And you threaten people who think that high-end money. And they didn't give 1 minute. They didn't even give an update on the investigation they talk about of BK Enterprise, because they said first they were going to investigate BK Enterprise. There was no update provided. About the money issue, but you issue a statement putting hot all money activities in that issue in that area. So you should be informing us how far is the investigation on the issue of the money, who own the company, and who are those shareholders. You should be informing us. But to come back to tell us that anybody provide misinformation on the activity or the happening in Lofa, you arrested. Then you should be arresting the information minister who said you arm any surveillance waiting to go to forge out. The government is ready to arm them. So the information minister should be the one to be arrested. And besides that, the supporter of the government, board making, and like you said, Abu, board maker, should not have space in our society. He like the moral. Bonega is the commander of the rescue army. There's a rescue army. He commanded. He should not be in a space of intellectualism. He should not be there. He like the moral. These are people who. So what place you will be now? They first lady visited the mayor house, and told the mayor house she was impressed and proud of the mayor. When we said to the government that the issue of the World Crown Code was only being enforced only to apprehend Prince Johnson, people was saying, were against the government. Because since Prince Johnson died, the issue of the World Crown Code are gone sudden. All niggas should now be facing the justice system for the thousands of Liberian innocent blood that he killed. So the government statement said going forward they're going to go after people making inflammatory comments. Bodneke being one. You really think this government can arrest Bodneke? That is impossible, Abu. That is impossible. Even if you look at the issue of why is that possible? Is he above the law? No, the fight against corruption. If you look at it cannot inform you that the government is only targeting certain group of people. So even when it comes to arresting people who are making a very strong statement, the government don't have the moral to even arrest Bodneke, because Bodneke is one of those persons who continue to protect the government. You saw Bodneke when he went live in Green Gina. Why he said you're good to do the Kuba, and the government didn't condemn it. But I want an internal matter now, but they want its external all that. Abu, is that possible for the government to arrest Bodneke? Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Let's go to the USA and talk to this caller. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Abu. Good morning to the peaceful people of Liberia. The Rumi Musa G. Brown, and I'm from New Jersey.
Go ahead, Musa.
Yeah, Abu, let me start from the first talking point. I mean, that is the audit report. Look, Abu, just as you was thinking and saying, the audit report that is being sent to the House of Rep, the Joint Committee.
It's been sent to the president. It's been forwarded to the president. They've forwarded the recommendations to the president.
Look, Abu, all those reports will not cross from, you will not hear any report crossing 2023. All the report will be from 2018 to 2021, 2022. And the reason for those reports is to get our people, just as we were thinking. And this is the kind of country that we don't want. We don't want Liberia. You can't start fighting internally and you have a fight up front. So let us just register that and just notice that all the report that it will be forwarded to the president will be from 2016 to 2021 to 2022, 2023. That's it. Because the focus of the government, and that's why you continue to hear these Unity Party guys saying, oh no, why can't I 12 years? Because they are in an objective is to get our people. Because when people are in court, they are lawyers in court, then they want to conduct election.
No, but the recommendation is also calling for banning people from occupying public office.
Right. Just exactly as you are saying. Now, so let's move forward to that of the Guinean and Liberian issue. Abu, our people say they know diplomacy, they know all the book. Other countries, for you to see the president, where you will see the president move in, then that means the presidents have tried and the arms of government are supposed to go and intervene in this issue, and these people, there's nothing coming out. One, since indeed Guinea will deploy across the Liberian border, the first people that the government should have sent were going to be the security people. What do we have? Joint security. What do we have? The defense ministry to have gone to Guinea to meet with their counterpart and understand what is ongoing. Who do they report to? So now who they report? The president will report to. Because if the defense minister are coming to go there, the police director or the joint security are going to go there, meet the joint security of Guinea. If there is no outcome, then they send the foreign minister that will go for foreign policy and diplomacy. They come and make report to the president. Based on those reports, then now the president can go. As soon as this started, the president that went there at the president, it's like the president understand and knew exactly what he's going to sign. Because if you look on Freedom Hard Talk, I got a video from Straight Conakry. They're speaking French and it's translated. The Guineans are reporting on television that indeed the Liberians said, yes, the land that is being occupied in Liberia by the Guinean soldiers is legally theirs.
But I read a thing here on Monday. I read a thing here on Monday, the interpretation.
Yes. They are there. They are saying that to their people. So there is no problem. If I say there is no problem between Guinea and Liberia, and that's why the Guinean president invited the two other presidents to go and sign a joint communique, seeing that so they can look at Guinea, that Guinea is in the road, just crossing and taking over land. So the purpose for our President Bouaka going to Guinea was to sign an agreement that we agree that land you're taking is for you. In our Liberian English. What are we saying to our people? Are we telling them the truth or we put it on a trace? Because of what the information, what the Justice Minister did yesterday was just issuing threats. Are they not a minister of themselves? The administrative arm of our government is that they are administrating for themselves or for us. Because we elected them. Before they become minister, we got to elect a government. When they start issuing threats, look, it is just dumb funny. Like you was talking about a butt naked. You think people somebody like butt naked is supposed to be sitting there running his mouth, running his big mouth because his mouth already big.
Okay.
Got an empty head to issue threat. You got that kind of man in our security sector. You got that kind of man in our security sector who told you that he ate human being and drank human blood. You got him speaking with loud voice. Last thing, Abu to the Yeke Koruba issue. Look, let me tell you, these guys are jokers. Yeke Koruba will take them to the Supreme Court. The law will tie them right and bring them back. Yeke go back in our house and tell them the truth. No, they bleed Yeke, they breed Yeke. These guys grew up Yeke. They supported this thing. And today they want to know that Yeke is saying the wrong thing. Yeke is not saying the wrong thing.
Okay.
Yeke said, by what I said, by what I see, by my information, by what I see, by my information that is given to me. And when I read the map, I saw a yellow line. I saw a yellow line. He said that on Spoon FM, on Spoon TV, Spoon Network. He said, I saw a yellow line.
Okay.
That indicates that place is for Guinea.
Thank you.
But he not seeing the places for Guinea.
No.
Thank you, Abu, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Well said. Okay. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Freedom.
Morning, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Jimmy from. I'm calling from New Jersey. You see, a lot of us listen to the radio and know different versions on the radio. Yeke Koruba have a version that says, you know, that his land is for Guinea. That land is for Guinea. So,
yeah, but before when people speaking context now, so you gotta jump on that one and say you gotta listen to the whole speech, right? Is it the one in the mail talking about the map you saw, the map that was displayed? Because there's a map going around, and then on that map you will see a yellow line of demarcation beyond the river. So if you was making reference to that, you can try to make it like say the man is making declaration that the land belongs to Guinea. Yeah.
But if I knew your number, I have one of those clips that Yeke definitely said that land was for Guinea.
Okay, so let's hold that argument, right? Assuming Yeke said that is just an utterance, right? Yeke has no capacity to give it to Guinea. But then was Yeke the one who instructed the immigration and the border security to come inward? And is Yeke the one allowing the Guinean to be stationed on our side of the border?
Yeah, but that's discussion is beyond Yeke.
No. So if you holding Yeke for making statement, then what will you do with the man who allowing the Guinean to come sit down there?
Who is allowing the Guinean to sit down there?
The government. Isn't the government?
That's not true.
Who? So who is? No. Listen to me, my friend. Hey, listen, right? Who has the? Hey, but listen. Hey, listen now, right? Listen.
You're not moving anywhere.
Hey, listen to me, my friend. Stop being emotional. Stop being emotional, right? Stop being emotional. Sit down.
I'm not emotional.
Okay, listen now. Listen and learn, my friend. Listen and learn. That thing here, I know you dancing people water. You are frustrated. Okay. You won't be civilized. So thank you. Right? Who's running the country? The government is in charge. Who's in charge of security? It's the government, right? And when the government ready, even put protesting, government can say don't pass here. If the government say don't pass here, you pass there. If the government tell Guineans say don't come here, they will come there. So who made the AFL, the police, the LRS to come back and put a flare to the checkpoint? That Yeke did it? Why you won't be unfair? You can see the thing clear. Then he said, oh, they're not the government. So anybody can just jump from anywhere and can't do anything in the country. If that is the case, then the government is not in charge, like I said on yesterday. Right? So if you won't move Yeke, because Yeke just made utterance, what about the president who is the commander-in-chief, who took an oath to protect the territorial integrity and is failing on that? What will you do? Go ahead, Peewee.
Yeah, first, good morning.
Morning.
No, the thing is, you have to answer a question, right? Whether you can make a statement that the land belongs to Guinea or not. But in common sense, right? In common sense, anybody would refuse that the land is for Guinea. Because if we have a foreign aggression on our land, and then the security apparatus that are responsible for foreign aggression cannot counter foreign aggression, right? It's something all the way there in Monrovia, or somewhere in.
Yeah, but look at it. The government-owned statement. The government-owned statement says, lead the people. Don't do nothing. To the locals there. So lead the people. Treat them as your neighbor, right? Then you say you won't blame Yaka. What kind of thing?
The only thing we're telling our people right now, Abu, right? So yeah, understand now, Baga is a weakling and Baga is a mistake. We told them from day one, right? On Guinea and go and Kana, right? If the next president after Baga don't take that land back, I can tell you, the president after that president in 2035 or 36 will get that land back. Because going forward, if Baga can put more money into the military project, the next person will put more money there, and the president will put more money in the project. We'll get that land back. You just no flexing muscle because you didn't have the weapon. I can tell you right now, if I play level like right now, I can fight Guinea the very first day. It's a conventional war. You don't really have a beautiful city. We tell the fight Guinea now, Guinea will lead our own Lofa area in terms of Monrovia and get bomb our people infrastructure will get. What a retaliation we have to go to Colombia and bomb something for them. So we have to play low. I'm not trying to say, but the next one will come. We until you get down, you know, they'll come out and keep up. So that's like, every one time like Europe, not only you, or the UN, you know, go back, take my walk.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, Yaka is sitting in Monrovia as a critic, just as in any country. Even in America right now, the critics are saying what they can say. Right? The critics are condemning and they're saying the American government is wasting time, they're wasting the country money, and they should withdraw from the war, blah, blah, blah. Right? Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead. Go ahead, Victoria.
So I want to speak from the statement that the Justice Minister made yesterday. Some people elaborate on the men, the people that come to power, they experience, they are competent. They're making reference statements, they're making statements, they're disgracing their supporter every day. Coming down on the tendency. Let me tell you, Abu, the people they are failed and the reason they are confused. So they put it in a little now to be threatening people, to be arresting people, and they put it in a little because the government is failed. And that government has failed in the country. The popular, unpopular, they will be going after anybody, anywhere that is thought that they will be listening. While the trouble here, they're not able to go there. But the tendency they will go coming down. So they really breaking all this down.
I think the whole Yaka thing is a diversionary tactics anyway. It's not, it has no basis. Just to divert people is up talking about Yaka thing and stuff.
They saw Kuba, they saw that they're not coming there. Then they say, walk out there, keep on start to say, keep on go to the border, and then they go here and get a baby boy, you to go to the border, so that the confusion, let me tell you, I get my info in the airport, I can't find a name. Let me tell you, he's a big man. They say, the bar, the people are able to afford, they're able to defend anything, and they're eating the pocket money, stealing the pocket money, and stealing the diamond and gold. Not to go to the border, that the confusion there, my brother. So they clear the pushing, the border in charge, what in charge the pocket, that one in charge of the pocket, and the one we look at also. The pastor then that bring the demon in power. We pray to God there, and then that will clear sound, so that to the natural pocket, demon, and then rebel them, and then for in power, we brought the king after we got the power, to bring one power, to arrest one the king, and get into the head.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. Born to get it here. Of course, I can do it.
You made my day, Abu. I don't know what the other brother are angry. It's sad when you get unprepared leader. What I do, the man who has compromised his integrity. What do you have one there? The man get no vision for the country. The man has sold our land. That's what we're saying. So you know, when people are asking me again, you see how best to give our people less back. But nothing like that. Then the other brother will come on the show get angry with you because you're speaking truth to power. But why this guy are so angry with Yake? You get what they made statement. Why about the Jebali Kilo? The Meune case it Timothy has. When you made that regular statement, no way after the man. All I have been tight lip. I don't know because in rank campaign for you people, born naked now. I don't know why these UP people, I know they are just bunch of unsophisticated people. They may work for the country. The guy has too low in their thinking. What wrong with these people? They will try to sensitize people now come on the airway to be vomiting out innuendos and arrogant. They fear that man, Abu. Try to be putting the guy in order.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead, you're live on the radio. Let's hear you. What's your name?
Thank you. I am actually new to calling from District 17.
Mm-hmm.
You will see this government purpose of diverting people's attention. They want to divert our attention to the real issue. To Yeka Kuba says, if you look at it, demarcations, about the clear demarcations on the social media, what the people are occupying, but then for them, you see the land across the river. Even after the river, there is a land space, they want the land crossing. So the people were right. How much I saw it? So if anyone has occupied the demarcation, then
So the guys are saying when you admit to what is there, then that means that you the one giving the land. So wait, what are they saying? So that means that you can giving the land to the people because you can see it. Oh, I see the map.
But they want to divert our mind to the real issue. The issue that is up there, they want to tell us the truth. They are lying all around. Those guys are not listening. What is the law doing? Thank you.
Thank you very much. You went to Guinea. You signed the communique. It wasn't Yeke. You came back and instructed your security pool to pull back, right? And you permitted the presence of the Guinean on the land. Then you say Yeke said they want what you want. Hello. Go ahead, my brother. Let's hear you. This is freedom.
Yeah, this is Mohammed Daniel Well, Abu, sometimes I will tell this administration, I can bring a lot of people that bring all this problem. Because you cannot say somebody just make a statement. We all are seeing in reality. When I country, they tell me you can make a short statement, you're impatient. No, it's like, well, I will like, well, we are heading, we are and I'll get out. See what yesterday the trust see what the whole world citizen. You can't tell the Guineans they setting up.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu.
Morning, you're live. Go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Never Kotu. I'll call you from a single resident.
Go ahead.
Abu, let's be frank and let's be real. The president blunder. The man blunder. So that's what we say now. It's late. In your own backyard. You know what I mean? Hello?
In Fuyama, man. You go give Fuyama.
In your own backyard.
Yeah.
You lost it. I mean, you lost the people who no trust. And now suffering then.
And they say Solomba not too far from Wansonga.
I'm telling you, my brother, the woman blunder. So get your within her, it's late. For people to see the president giving it up. No hope, no trust. That's the people who can trust. All people looking at you for direction. And then you dash it. Then you want to divert the people. They want to divert the people's attention from the real issue. And you talk about coming down hard on people when they speak out the truth.
I did not going nowhere. That motor. That one not going nowhere.
But I'm about motor because the state former president we have said for the issue of freedom of speech. Nobody can come up to say you can't stop it. Nobody can stop that. So they're just joking. They put blunder. They want to come and tell the Liberian people the truth, but the blunder. Yeah, the blunder.
Okay, thank you, Kotu. Let me take 3 more calls. Right. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother.
Morning.
Good morning to the Evans family. Yeah, my name is Scottish Sparkler. I could join you for District 11. So you see the people fighting Yeke Koluba, we know things are going to come out. Because back then, that same group of people that was fighting to move Yeke Koluba was praising him, was on program when Yeke was insulting the former president. They were clapping in the president. They said you must work out a deacon. But on a program where Yeke Koluba was instructing the former president, and you're praising him, clapping for him. But why now? The man said something, and the man said is accountable of what he said. Why are they pushing to move Yeke? And in that people, there are something that want to say to move Yeke on the article 50 of the King said that accountable is an increase that we coming to Yeke for. How will you increase Yeke? The people
But wait, that you can get a land before coming pinching or removing actually that removal. But you can the time the people come on the land, you can in the country sir.
But the same way you get in the country of rest, you can say the last you get in the country, you can rest. I can prove what I said. But if you are coming from the house,
yeah, so that. So, but what I want to ask you, right, is Yaka the head of the LRS or the head of the AFL or the Ministry of Defense that told the people to come back? That Yaka told them, you don't go there, Guinea, land for Guinea, you're leading, that Yaka did that one?
That one is for the region speaker. The region speaker.
Yeah, so I'm not understanding if this is the only basis for why people want to remove Yaka from the house, then no, it doesn't make sense. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, this caller is not ready. Yeah, good morning.
Hello? Abu?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm back. Abu, you know,
no, my man, one time people you call one time your time all the people that are calling then you be talking 2 times. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Fine, let's hear you. You're live on the radio.
Yeah, my name is Mohammed. Someone I call you from Kenkema Country.
Go ahead from Kenkema. Oh, Sambula, the young Sambula from Kenkema County. No, Sambula. I'm a man Sambula from Finance. I'm working call you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How you doing, G?
Yeah, I'm okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, my attention has been drawn to the discussion is well quite but
what is your name? What is your name?
My name is Michael G. I'm calling from Singapore.
Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, for me, I believe the discussion that Mr. Bwaka had with the Guinean president is asking Mr. Bwaka that the people that could have money, Bwaka need to present those people that they don't want to fight war with us. He is only trying to protect that territory until Bwaka can submit those people. I believe that what is discussing, but Bwaka don't want to tell them people.
Me, no, but we've always had no war going on there. Nobody, that their own journalists in the Senate try to make it like that war.
I believe that Bwaka know about that money or that the people pay money in that place. You know what they are going to share. And Bwaka have to get their own share. That's what the reason, for the main reason the Guinea is protecting that territory.
Okay, so you think the people there until Bwaka can get their share or the whatever mineral they mine from there, right?
Yeah, they want to know how that mineral went. They want to know how if you really get the anything, you get to know you get it actual fact. Bwaka, any problem for Bwaka to show how that mineral, what is stored from that place there. Guinea want to get their share. Guinea don't want war, Guinea don't want to take that play, but Guinea put it fear in Liberia on the Bwaka must present. You don't present the people that did that money, illegal money, or Bwaka to get their own share.
But Bwaka, let's hope about what you're saying. So, but Bwaka is leaving all that one and saying nobody will put them more between them or leaving anybody thought inside the Ministry of Justice going to arrest you. You think that won't fair?
Yeah, that's what they want us to know. That's what it's funny another trick that to close with the Liberia. But actually, if you did them behind that story, that's what Guinea want. They want Liberia to submit. What all the best people on that, they all have to find one dialogue, one people to get their check. If Bwaka do it that way, I swear, if you see the people leave that place, Guinea not happening for them. Benefit from that place. I believe.
Okay, thank you very much. People want the message. People want their share of the diamond or the gold or the whatever that was presumably mined from the Makona River. And for him, he believed that's why the Guineans are there. As soon as you get the people who want to share, they will go back across the river. Could that be true also? And all of that. This is the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. 2 more, and then we can call it a day. 0776 104 104 06 500 104 are the numbers to call. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu.
Morning, Masisi.
I'm patient for tomorrow.
Oh, patient, go ahead.
Abu, you comment the work with him. Yesterday, I listened to the whole station. There's a woman who is happening to
one journalist, they not been recording. They say when Faka went Guinea, we have knowing as the elder man and told him that all those are doing the money over there. Show them. All the minimum, not talk for all the time you have money, you return the minimum. Or you get money equivalent to that minimum.
That what the man say?
Yeah, the whole station was playing the recording for the lady what is happening for the journalist.
Okay, but then I want to Kuba Jumuku Benin. I want the government say all of them are clear more. Man, I put your money inside. I'm talking different things. What is you are speaking in that French you are speaking?
No more speaking English. You are telling the journalist.
Okay.
The phone one for Baka to show those that you bought in our mind. The some of our weather is okay.
I see what Falana Menekin they stood up in the road in the center of the road. They were dancing.
When you go back to the replay, that's how they program. You're there in the heat.
Hey, Fala.
No, but I will tell. And Baka will show the people.
Yeah, so let's show the people then so the trouble will finish. We can't talk different things. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. My name is Thomas Nungani Eba. I'm calling from ELW18.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you see, what we're falling at the border is the Baka is fully aware of everything that we're falling in. This DK company, enterprise company, Baka and money, they are having share in that company. That Makona River has been.
You think they have share in it, right?
I think they have share in it. Baka is having something for like Rempi. Can you imagine? Over the years, government have been coming going. People have been taking share for that area doing work with it. Guinea has never had problem with us because we have been doing what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, because
this DK enterprise who Baka and his own money have share in. These guys have been, money, diamond, and gold from that water. Can you imagine they stopped these guys before? But they refuse to stop. Humanly being very arrogant after the people see their equipment, instead of he getting his knee to beg the people, he decided to take different power, and the power, they did not satisfy the local government, they don't have people to go to higher authority. So they see what happening now. Things are getting headed under no understanding because of Waka and humanity. They are the cause of the whole thing. They alone. Waka is not able to rule this country, to govern this country. Waka is not able. He is dead. Waka is spangless. Look at his age. Waka is just getting back grace, but Waka don't have that strength to govern this country. This country is being gone back for a group of criminals behind the scene, and then just using that old man at the front. This is how our country has gone so doomed. Mama Lazura is bleeding on Waka, evil and criminal leadership. We have to stand up and pick you up. We need to stand up against it. We need to rise up against this evil leadership. See our country today. If we are not mindful, we are going to practice with unity. Do you know what for war? Can you just want to protect their river from Waka criminal activities? Waka already mortgaged our country. Is not enough for him. He went into the Guinean territory and started money, diamond, and gold for them. Thanks so kindly for making my voice heard this morning.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's take this Burgle Crime Stop on and we'll be right back.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Well, it can't take your lucky. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it crime for all.
Okay, so this is the Freedom Money Rise. We're almost at the close of the show now, right? At least we've okay. Let me take this very old Liberian song. Or let's try to just play the one quickly. Let's take a pass of this. We used to let this song here way back.
I said, I knew the boss said you were Jimmy the day. You see me with different men, ma. You see love?
Crafty K, it's Avenue Records. Sure how. This is Major Man. I love it. Every day you're sweating. Why you're friendly, not sleeping, I love that. Two of your serenity. Why being husband, girlfriend, I love that. You better you run me. So the job big day, you got me, I love that. Every day you're sweating. Why you're friendly, not sleeping, I love that. Two of your serenity. Why being husband, girlfriend, I love that. You get better you run me. So the job big day, you got me, I love that. C'est patient, toi, il est faté boom. But don't be patient, man, t'es no more boom. They may not like you winner, you can see good. Or I should sweep your face with it, yeah, boom. Before you know, they may not even get time for you. Look at your face, it's that you used to be cute. But every now and then somebody knocking on you. And now they happy home, he got place for you. What you were yesterday, one a room. You pay must forget from you will move. Jackie said that your love will shine like the moon. The wedding gown will move for your all the work will home. You better put straight in yourself, also on your own. Or if frustration get you to the feeling room. And cheche put it, will still be chewing your home. Look at the last time when you got like. Never left it in the yard, give it from the plot.
Okay, this is the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom in the 7.9, and of course, this is a Liberian song. That love there. It's a little bit old, but still sounds good. And of course, there are people going through this all because of love. Sometimes people go through a lot. And that love there.
How am I working for you? Not no set. Say your boss say you here with more. Let me pass you.
But you said that your business. What fish you get to fry in the people love matter.
Why your friendly not sleeping? I love that. To your stability. Why be must forget friend? I love that. You get better you run me. So the job we did, you got me. I love that.
Oh yes, indeed. Let's hold this one, folks. Time is up, and of course we gotta be out of here. That's exactly all the time we have for some of the issues to look at. Freedom 87.9 this Wednesday morning edition. Tomorrow is Thursday, and of course we're gonna put all of our pieces together and conclude and bring you the conclusive analysis of our findings relative to what we're beginning to trace at the Liberia Airport Authority, the LCAA, and all of that. These are developments from those areas, and of course the leadership the board chair, all of them. Tomorrow we have breakfast, folks. You got to join us. Plus other issues that will be making news on our plate. But this is exactly where the government of Liberia stands in regards to what they believe, and a few people should be talking. But Liberians are crying. I want to know what is happening in our land. You see, how come all the other presidents being here, Guinea Soya Podan can across the river? So it's difficult to make people to accept this. It's going to be hard, no matter what you do. And like I've said, this is a big slap on the face of the government. The political backlash, you will take it. You can't stop over. In fact, this is a small conversation that we're having about it. By the time we end up doing, don't even try to think, say the poor leader and something. Don't even try it, right? You will get the, you will get the real one. So all that thing, you should statement. First of all, we expect that since the initial or the first statement was issued where actions were taken on BK enterprise and illegal mining activities, there will be some degree of update to tell us that, investigation have found that XYZ those individuals that were involved or behind the mining activities along the river, and we're still investigating further whether they were involved directly in mineral mining or only sand mining. But remember also, sand mining has got environmental issues, right? That countries could raise qualm about environmental issues. Because when you're digging the river, there's a possibility that the surrounding areas in the long run could cave in, and then there'll be some degree of issues. So countries could raise issues. Border town, the security. See, we're hearing report that 13 villages people have left. 13 villages people have left, right? People left. They're confused. The government need to go there and give them hope. So I think the disaster management agency, the LRRC, are supposed to be carrying some Lifoco mattresses, right, with some chicken soup and ammo water and things for the people. This is rescue. How in rescue government would distribute ammo water and chicken soup and Lifoco mattress? They are the rescue. Yeah, what people dancing pool water? Not making sense. Ammo water, that water. Folks, my name is Abu. We gotta go. Until we see you tomorrow, do have a wonderful time. Bye bye.
Mama